of USA basketball. I was like, really? It's an exhibition game that means absolutely nothing. I don't know why ESPN is trying to make this so much of a bigger deal than it is.
So you're saying overhyped. All right, let's stop talking about basketball then and hang on that. Just looking at some things, though, for what else to expect at the Olympics. Stay on topic here. Looks like vaccines will be available but not required, which is interesting. But they're not going to be able to leave Olympic Village so much. Looks like they aren't going to get to do any kind of sightseeing. So it might be just like you're in this bubble, using the bubble method that has been tried and true. A lot of testing. I think that's going to be the thing that will be heartbreaking if you send some athletes out there, they're ready to compete, they're like a day or two away from their event, and then boom, no, you can't play today because you got COVID.
Yeah, I certainly expect that to happen for a fair amount of athletes. As much as that's going to suck.
Yeah. Should be a lot of social distancing, too, as well. I see a line in a list here looked up that athletes can't hug or high five. I wonder how true that's going to be. That's going to be a tough one to even, like, how do you control that?
I mean, we tried to see baseball do that. That didn't work.
Didn't work.
At all.
No.
They were like, pitchers can't spit. Yeah. Players can't spit. Right. Within about 35 seconds, I think
they was just over it,
9 of the 10 players on the field.
No. Of course. That's going to happen. So,
come on.
I think it won't be too different than any other Olympiad, but not seeing fans are certainly going to be noticeable, and then just missing out on some of the athletes. There will be some during the course of the events that, so-and-so is DQ'd.
And of course, it may be some of the lower-level athletes or even the mid-tier. It'll obviously be big news if and when it happens, here in the States for us to hear about an American athlete that happens to. Especially if it happens to be one that's at the top of the sport.
Sure, absolutely. So I got a would you rather. What sport would you rather play in the Olympics? If you had to play one.
Summer or...
Well, summer,
winter?
The one we're talking about, Eric.
Well, I just wanted to clarify.
No,
because
this one coming out. If you had to go play a sport over in Tokyo...
I'm going to do... I don't know, man. You put me on the spot here. So I'm going to pass on something like baseball.
You had me at superheroes and wizards.
I know.
You go play a sport in the Olympics. And this is all of a sudden like, oh, man, I don't know. Too much pressure.
Oh, man.
And I feel like we've talked about this one before, but there are a lot of good
I'm going to do something in track and field, man. I just feel like some of those... And I want to throw something.
You want like a javelin?
Javelin,
or more like a shot put guy?
Nah, I feel like javelin.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't have the build for a shot put.
Dude. Yeah.
Or a hammer throw.
Yeah.
Those dudes are built like,
You wouldn't do pole vaulting?
No. No. No way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'd rather throw a spear instead of use it to jump over something.
I wish I were good enough to play ping pong. That's the one I would maybe want to really get into.
Okay.
Tennis would be cool.
Yeah.
I love that skateboarding is in this one.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot that skateboarding was...
Don't forget about that. New events.
Olympic sport.
That's what we were really hyped up about last year.
Can't wait to see Ryan Sheckler and Tony Hawk.
Sure. Bob Burnquist.
Bob Burnquist, yeah.
Okay.
Man.
That's not happening. But yeah, there'll be some good skateboarding. And yeah, I think like street skate would be pretty cool to be a part of, too.
Awesome.
That'd be
Love
it. Fun scene. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about Hey, we had a Who You Got. We've been doing a lot of like, would you this or would you think of this? But let's throw in another one. This is the one that we actually scheduled.
I like it.
It's next major city in each sport to get an expansion team. So elaborate on this. This is yours, Eric.
Yeah,
give a little more context.
I think the context is there, my man. So the next major city to get
what defines a major city? Is this a city that already has a sports team, or you're just saying?
So sorry. Let me rephrase. The next major sports league to go to a city, and by major sport, I don't mean MLS. As much as we love MLS here, I'm talking about the Big Four. So
and
football, basketball, baseball, hockey.
Big expansion as well.
Football, basketball, baseball, hockey.
Okay.
So where are you at with something like the NBA?
I would like to see Seattle get another NBA team.
Yeah. Bring back the Supersonics.
But why not? There's a market. There's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
I think they would support it.
That's a big city without a basketball team.
For sure. Yeah. And no one likes going to those baseball games. The Mariners are disappointing.
Yeah.
At least.
No, I mean, and you know, the Pac Northwest is pretty underrepresented.
Yeah.
You know, they have the Trailblazers up there, and then you have to get down to the Warriors, you got Kings, Lakers, Clippers. But
more recently, we've talked about a baseball team going to Portland, and I think that would be cool to see.
I think that would be really, really cool. You know, there's a documentary, I think it's on Netflix, I can't think of the name, but it's about the Portland minor league baseball team.
Okay.
And it's Kurt Russell's dad.
Okay.
That, like, operated this team and how the MLB kind of, like, really hated what they were doing there in Portland. So I think Portland could be a really good city for NBA. You know, I think the big one would be Vegas. I think every
yeah, they're going to get them all.
Yeah, I think every major sport is
sports are like Pokemon to Vegas right now.
Yeah,
they're going to bring them all in.
But St. Louis, man, St. Louis almost got the Memphis Grizzlies. Back in the day when they moved, the stipulation was that they had to stay in Vancouver one more year. The deal was done, and I can't think of his name. He was the old owner of the Blues. He backed out and said, no, I want them to move right now. And then the NBA said, absolutely not. Found a new buyer. Next year they moved to Memphis. So, I mean, I think St. Louis is a huge market. I think we could do a basketball team here. And then we already mentioned Seattle. I mean, for sure there. So, NHL, man, what do you think there? I got a couple cities on my list for NHL.
Well, I wish I knew my Canadian geography a little better.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
I don't have a Canadian team. I really
there could be another city up there to get one, because it would just get supported, you know?
Yeah.
There's no way it wouldn't do well, I feel like. Man, maybe like a Wisconsin team.
Okay.
Like there's the Green Bay Packers, but like Madison Badgers, man. I don't know. They're going to play hockey.
Yeah, I don't know that Madison's big enough, but I can see
not.
Milwaukee.
But that's what they said about Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but Green Bay's been there since the 20s. Like, I feel like that.
I know it's a totally different ownership kind of organization altogether. I get it. It's all.
I did put a couple Midwest teams there for me. I looked at Cincinnati or Cleveland. In Ohio, man. Ohio's a huge state. I know they have Columbus right there, but I feel like a Cleveland or Cincy, just still several hours away. I think they could maybe do it. But of course, let's bring back the Hartford Whalers. Hartford Whalers.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You remember the Whalers?
I do remember the logo. I didn't know they were in Connecticut.
Well, yeah, they were the Hartford Whalers.
No, I didn't. I remember the Whalers. That's it.
And then put another one out west. Although they've been expanding out west with Vegas and now Seattle, but Salt Lake City. Salt Lake only has the Jazz. I think Salt Lake City.
I don't know enough about the market if that would do well or not. But
I don't either. I just think about other major metropolitan cities that only kind of have that one or two team and.
Yeah,
they came to mind.
I think of unrepresented parts of the country. That's why I went like Wisconsin, but like the Dakotas. Could there be a Dakota?
No way.
You don't think enough people in South Dakota?
No, I don't think there's
Montana. Could you do a conglomeration, like a multi-state level?
No,
too big.
No,
could you do that in the Northeast? Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, all get together and they create the best hockey team ever.
Well, the Bruins are already up there, which is New England.
Okay, they're not called the New England Bruins, though.
Yeah, but New England.
And you have two teams in New York, so
New York's like the largest metropolitan city.
I know
in the Western Hemisphere.
I'm just saying, even further up on the arm of the Northeast.
Yeah, you have way more people that live up there than I could see a team going to something. Yeah, like in any of those other not Massachusetts.
Right.
New England.
Well, how about OKC?
Versus the Dakotas.
OKC doesn't. They only have basketball.
They do only have basketball. I just don't have OKC hit my radar, man.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, then we're leaving out then some southern states then for sure. Well, Texas could probably support another team.
I think Texas could definitely support
especially another hockey team
in one way, shape, or form. No basketball. They got 3 already. They got 2 football teams. Two baseball teams?
Yeah. Come on, don't forget the
Rangers and Astros.
cheaters. Yeah.
Cheatros. Yeah, I could potentially see a hockey team there, but I mean, I'm not sure. I think we have to start expanding back into the East for hockey. They've added a bunch to the West, but I have one which I think is just almost dumbfounding that there isn't a team already here.
Lay it on me.
Baseball, and it's Nashville.
Baseball in Nashville.
It just makes so much sense.
They have a AAA.
They have a AAA team. It's well supported. They have, the Titans. They have the Predators.
Yeah.
It is a huge city. People travel from all over to go to Nashville. A lot of people already live there. And there's nothing really around it. I mean, obviously, St. Louis is 5 hours away. Cincy is, I think, a little bit further than that to Nashville. But, I mean, then you go south. There's nothing there.
No, there's
Atlanta
no MLB.
would be the closest.
Yeah.
To them, and then you have to go into Texas, I think, for baseball. I just think Nashville makes a lot of sense for baseball to expand into.
Yeah, that's a good region of the country as well. Talking about misrepresentation, because Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, you're talking about 4 states right there. That's a large percentage of the country. Louisiana.
Kentucky, too, man. Kentucky
Could New Orleans support a MLB team?
I could see it. I could see.
Maybe.
I see Nashville being first.
I'd like to see what the team colors would be. It would have to be like Mardi Gras colors. It would be.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
It would have to be. I mean, that just makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah.
Are we good here? We talked a lot.
Yeah, I
touched on a lot of.
Well, we didn't touch on football, but I think football is.
Oh.
I think football's pretty obvious stateside.
Okay.
It's San Diego. It's Oakland. It's St. Louis, although St. Louis doesn't want one.
No,
with the lawsuit that's going on here.
It's too sour.
It's obvious. It's so obvious for this one. And when I was doing some research, I was like, of course, it's London. They're putting a team in London before they expand anywhere else in the States.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were testing out the Mexico City market, but I feel like agreed.
Yeah, it's London,
they've been traveling there for now how many years, and it's been working.
They will figure it out operationally and logistically to put a team there.
Yeah,
so
seems like it attracts the crowd too.
Yeah,
and they put it in a huge stadium. I mean, you're fitting so many
Wembley
people.
Stadium, I think, is where they do it every year. So.
Aren't there like 75 or 100,000 people there?
Yeah, it's a big stadium.
That's stupid.
I mean, that's the size of all the ones we have here. I mean, there's a few that are
100,000. That's like college size.
Yeah, I mean, 100,000 on the pro level.
I gotta look it up.
Only achieved by
what was it called?
Dallas.
Wembley Stadium.
Dallas full capacity with standing room is over 100,000. I don't know what the new Vegas stadium is.
Wembley is 90,000.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it's a big stadium.
What's Cowboy Stadium?
Cowboy Stadium?
Capacity? Whatever. That's what it's called? Cowboy Stadium?
Yeah.
I've called it Jerry World so many times that I honestly didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. 80,000. All right. I hear you. You're
That's
right.
seats. With standing room, it's over 100.
Yeah.
But
105.
Yeah.
The stadium can hold up to.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. That's
a lot of meat bags.
That's big for a professional. For a professional, yeah,
no
you're right.
doubt.
And the 100,000 is like the big house with the horseshoe.
Yeah.
In college football.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, that was fun. Lightning standings, though. Let's jump into it. We got not much time.
All right, you got the bottom half here. So we are doing the way too early 2021 NFL Power Rankings.
Okay.
So we're starting from the bottom, going to the top.
I was not on the right page there. I got my list. It's Houston Texans down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit Lions. Yeah. Denver Broncos. Ugh, they're going to be bad. New York Jets. Ugh,
I think they may be a little bit better.
They have room to grow.
Think.
I think we all know that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
What's he got? 28. So again, not maybe too much pressure in this. Cincinnati Bengals also.
I only see them there simply because the division's so good.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Chicago Bears at 26, Carolina Panthers at 25, Washington football team's at 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems about right. New York Giants, 23. That's almost too generous compared to some of the other teams we talked about.
Yeah, I think that's way too generous.
22 at Minnesota Vikings, and the 21 spot is Las Vegas Raiders. Atlanta Falcons are 20.
I think that might be a little high.
That seems a little high. And then 19, Philadelphia Eagles, and 18 to the New England Patriots. I'm going to stop it right there and toss it over to you.
Yeah, we got the Indianapolis Colts coming in at number 17. Pittsburgh Steelers coming in at 16. I think that's really just due